Speaking of the big conspiracy with Meteor Man Gandalf, the other big conspiracy is who is Sauron?
Well, somebody here's got to be Sauron, and I'm seeing three main human characters.
Well, I think it's Adar. I think it's the guy that was blurry at the end of the episode that we didn't see.
Who? What? Where?
The guy that came walking down at the very last 5 seconds of film, all the orcs were calling. They showed him in shadow, and Adar means father in one of those Middle-earthy languages. I don't know which. He's a red herring.
Just a red herring.
He's obviously not Sauron. Brianna Hildebrand, what's his name?
Who?
Brianna Hildebrand.
No idea who you're talking about.
Brianna Hildebrand, the guy, the Sauron, the not Sauron guy.
Oh, okay.
Halbrand?
What is it?
Halbrand, the human that's with Galadriel?
There we go. Yeah, Brianna Hildebrand.
His name is Halbrand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Brianna Hildebrand.
Okay. Is that his full name?
No, that's an actress that was in Deadpool. She was
Oh, okay.
the teenage warhead, whatever.
Oh, Negasonic. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
Best superhero name ever.
that's who Sauron is. So this week, for the first time, they actually made you kind of question your whole, oh, fuck, that's Sauron, obviously kind of thing by trying to make him look like Aragorn, right? Didn't they try to Aragorn his ass up this episode?
They did, yeah. He's some secret king or something.
Yeah.
Everybody's a secret king, though. That's just standard. Every third guy in Middle-earth is secretly a king who is disinherited or whatever.
Well, every time he walks by a smithy, he kind of coyly looks in at it. And his whole getting into the fights with the drunk guys at the bar was because he tried to shoplift a guild symbol. That way he can actually get into the smith. I mean, the dude wants to make rings. He just wants to make a ring.
He's desperate for making rings. That's the only thing they know about him, and they're going to
He's not being subtle about it at all. Everything he's been doing has been to make a ring. I mean, I'm not wrong, right? That's something y'all have noticed.
They are hitting that with the veritable Smith's hammer.
And if they were just trying to have him be like a Viggo Mortensen Aragorn type character because they figured they needed one, they wouldn't have that in there. He'd be doing other things besides trying to get into a smithy. So I think they're trying to red herring us that it's actually not Sauron. Maybe they knew that by the third episode that everybody would know that was Sauron, so they needed
But
to
since these writers have never read Lord of the Rings, the one thing they know about Sauron is that he's evil and he makes rings. So they have to find a way to get this guy into a smithy.
Right? Fucking Sauron. And I think him and Galadriel are actually going to
Own?
Oh, yeah, they're going to have a zero chemistry hookup here very shortly.
Maybe she'll be less of a bitch if she gets laid.
That's actually what she needs.
She'll be worse because they have zero chemistry at all. It's just going to be awkward and hard to watch.
If you look back at the original trilogy, Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, she was on screen for a while and it's hard to keep track of all the facts, but there was that one time that Cate Blanchett was like, damn you, Sauron, my ex-boyfriend. That happened, right?
I want my records back.
I know.
That's how you know Sauron is evil. He broke up with her on a text.
When Frodo actually hands a ring to her briefly and she turned into dark Galadriel and she's like, I would be a queen. Like that. That's how she was during their whole relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was hoping for the ring. Yeah, and he left her at the altar.
He didn't put a ring on it.
She's all nice on the surface, but once she starts showing her true face, you don't want any part of that.
No shit. The whole time he's smithing and making a ring, she had certain expectations that he was going to put a ring on it. And he didn't. He went and started distributing rings to
everyone,
elves and dwarves
Oh,
and shit.
yeah, he made 20 rings, man. He was just throwing those all over town.
I know, she wasn't special. I can understand how that whole Sauron thing turned out with him being evil. I think he was just misunderstood the whole time.
He had 7 dwarvish side pieces.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was in every breakup when you've been together for a while, there's the dividing up of the friends, right? Somehow Galadriel was able to get all the Númenóreans and the Dunedain Ragers and the Riders of Rohan, and all Sauron got was the fucktarded orcs and shit, in the Balrog. I'm sure he didn't want them. You know how Cobra Kai kind of came about by, a couple of people thinking about, hey, what if Johnny actually wasn't in the wrong? And from his point of view, he was actually kind of the good guy. What if you applied that formula to Sauron? I'm sure he, from certain perspectives, like Anakin said,
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
What if Sauron isn't all bad? I mean, sure, he's a big flaming eye on a tower. That's kind of ominous.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's a hopelessly backwards place, and maybe it needs order. Plus, they've been oppressing orcs for years, and maybe he, Boba Fett style, spent some time with an orcish tribe that was then, destroyed by elves. And so now he's sworn vengeance to defend his orcish brothers, who were the only ones who took him in.
I bet orcs have been getting a bad rap for a long time, and I bet he kind of got to know him. He got the orcs in the breakup, so he got a chance to find out about him and was like, hey, I'll make more of you, or whatever.
We can have a whole show where he just wanders around an orcish village saying, respect, a whole bunch of times.
Mordor, it's all flamey, rocky. It looks scary. I mean, 3 hours of the entire 6 hour, 7 hour Lord of the Rings, they were trudging through Mordor, and it just looked horrible. It looked like hell on earth, like a wasteland, right?
Right.
That is an allegorical device for a bachelor pad.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. They broke up, and Sauron went back to his bachelor ways, had a bachelor pad. Sure, there was some beer cans that weren't properly thrown away, and maybe some ashtrays that needed some dumping out or whatever. But that was kind of how bros live. And Galadriel's all highfalutin with her throw pillows and her fucking potpourri. That's the Elven realms. Do you see how Tolkien was working on this whole other level that people haven't even figured out yet?